Happy Sunday, guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Battery swapping, it turns out, is a waste. It's cash burn, and no one else will ever get into that field because they realize that the CEO of NEO was drastically wrong. What? Let's fast forward into the future. CATL teamed up with NEO to put out battery swap stations globally, while CATL provide battery swap stations and cater to the low end segment. NEO is catering to the high end segment. But also, others are starting to realize that William Lee is a superior visionary in every aspect of the word. So much so that a cheap knockoff from America, Ample, is trying it. And now another company that NEO also invested into, like Ample, like CATL for the low end segment, Alton, AULTON, files for a Hong Kong IPO. You see the trend. Exactly what I said would happen is happening again. Just like when I said that even though the Western media, Bloomberg, CNBC, the rest of them were lying and telling us that China is uninvestable and that the economy is spiraling downwards, I was saying that's a lie. It's a blatant lie. And that China keeps growing its economy, will do so yet again. And we saw that China had $1 trillion surplus, trade surplus already for the year, whilst America had over 500 billion in trade deficit. That trend will also continue. Well, believe me when I tell you that this company here, Alton, is not going to be the last company that jumps into battery swapping in the future. Because remember, these are the future of gas stations. They're going to be all over the world. So other companies will keep jumping in. This one, NEO has invested 5.3% stake in them and is probably sharing intellectual property with them as well. And again, they IPO'd in Hong Kong, not America, and we will see more and more of that happening to get away from the massive corruption and manipulation here in the American market. Now, I brought awareness to the way the game is played on this channel for you guys, and I'm surprised they haven't blocked my channel yet. I'm not surprised if they're going to do that. A lot of it is probably because I don't have a huge following. If I did, bet your last dollar, they would have blocked my channel already. Because once you wake up people to the way the game is played, then a lot of people are going to be making, just like us, getting ready to make millions of dollars. So this company, Alton, they IPO'd, they have battery swapping already doing not as much as us, but it will grow because they're catering for the low-end segment like CATL and like Ample, the cheap knockoff. But NEO's selling like a giant when it comes to their EVs, their battery swapping, their intellectual property to like McLaren and others, selling back energy to the grid, but it's valued like a side project. Here's the part of NEO story that markets keep tripping over. NEO is moving real volume, not hype volume, not next year volume like Rivian and Lucid and the rest, but actual cars delivered today in numbers that many EV names can only talk about in slide decks, like Rivian, like Lucid, etc., etc. Hundreds of thousands of vehicles a year, month after month, across sedans, SUVs, and expanding mass market lines. Very important for the company. Expanding mass market lines. And yet the market shrugs. I don't think the market is really shrugging. Like I said, the numbers are being manipulated. It's the most corrupted stock market in the world now. NEO's valuation sits around $12 to $13 billion, a level normally reserved for companies that are still figuring things out. Meanwhile, Rivian, delivering a fraction of that volume, enjoys a market cap nearly twice as large. Same sector, same EV headwinds, very different reality. This isn't about taste or branding, it's about math. NIO sells more cars. NIO has more customers. NIO has more vehicles on the road generating future service and subscription revenue. Yet the market values it as if scale doesn't matter. What makes this even stranger is that NIO isn't just shipping metal. It built infrastructure most automakers won't even attempt. That's when they call it cash burning. Now, Rivian CEO just came out and said that people are confusing them. They're not cash burning, it's investing. But when we do it, it's cash burning. Battery swap stations across the country, a model that cuts upfront prices and locks in recurring revenue. An ecosystem that turns every delivery into a long-term relationship. The ecosystem, battery swapping, and so much more. The lifestyle, going into using the NIO houses, etc., etc. Not a one-time transaction like with Tesla and the rest. And again, excuse me guys, with a NIO car, you never have to worry about battery degradation. Your car retains a lot of its value, unlike the rest of the playing field. Rivian, by contrast, is still largely valued on what it might do. Future models, future software revenue, future autonomy. Investors are paying today for tomorrow, while NIO is delivering today and being priced like yesterday. At some point, that imbalance becomes hard to ignore. Markets can stay emotional for a while, but they don't stay irrational forever. Remember that history always repeats itself. Either NIO's delivery suddenly stop mattering or the valuation catches up. Thus far, deliveries keep rising and the market cap stays pinned down. That's not a warning sign, that's a setup. Yes, the bear trap. NIO isn't asking to be valued like a dream. It's asking to be valued like a company that's actually builds and sells cars at scale. And eventually the market has to do and will do the math. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.